Yo, what's good? It's DJ Thoro, aka Thorozano, the bridge to the streets. Shout out to Envy Online, and right now you're watching Envy TV. Yeah.
When you break a record, which is a big part, because I feel like some DJs who have power to break records don't break records. When you break a record, what do you look for in music or in an artist?
In the artist, I look for like energy, originality, creativity. I'm a big lyrical content type dude. Like, for instance, my favorite rapper is Big L. God bless the dead. That's my favorite rapper of all time, Big L. So I'm more of a lyrical dude. Like, somebody like take me somewhere, like teach me something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not just a bunch of redundant nonsense. Like, sounding like everybody else. That's what I look for when I'm breaking records. And crazy beats, you know. So that's pretty much what I look for.
How did your position come with Shade 45?
With Shade 45, through the mixtapes. Shout out to Nelson. Nelson's the one that gave me my job up there. Nelson up at G Unit or whatever. And then, I don't know if you know. Well, I don't know if you know the history, but me and Big Mike used to do a lot of mixtapes together, like a lot of mixtapes.
Big Mike and Thoro.
Yeah. You know, we won a couple of mixtape awards or whatever. Like, you know, we had a hell of a run for like a lot of years or whatever. So one day I went up to G Unit office with Cass. Cass had to do an interview with This Is 50, and Nelson was up there. So he was just like, yo, he just asked me, like, yo, you want to come to the radio station? Like, I've been fucking with your mixtapes forever. You want to come to the radio station? I thought he was bullshitting. I was like, yeah. He's like, when you want to come? I'm like, this Saturday. It was like Thursday. He's like, this Saturday. So he's like, all right, you're on. And that's how it was. And that was it. And then after that, I just, you know, I went up there and I DJed like it was my last time I was going to DJ, you know. So I just went up there and put in work, and he kept me up there. So, you know, I appreciate the opportunity. Shout out to Nelson, you know. Definitely. But the mixtape that did it for me was a tape by Dr. Dre when I went to the West Coast when I was a little kid. He had this tape called Boom and Bass or whatever. And this was like 88, 87. He was doing what they call now blends. But back then it was called mega mixing. He was doing like 4-track mixing in 87, 88. And he was doing like, he had like 4 songs playing at one time over 3 different acapellas. And in my opinion, nobody in New York was doing that. They would just do simple, like Ron G, Kid Capri, Bruce B. They do blends, but they did the simple standard acapella and a beat. Dr. Dre was doing 4 beats, 3 acapellas simultaneously, back and forth, and that blew my mind. Like,
Put a lot of memorable mixtapes together in the last few years. What's your favorite mixtape and why?
Both. I'll do one of my favorite mixtapes. I got a chance to work with my idol, Doowop. We did a tape. It was
he's actually on the list.
Yeah, we did a tape in 03, and Raekwon hosted it. It was called Bad Boys. For me, that was like one of my most, like, it was like people like Doowop too that made me want to DJ, you know, do mixtapes or whatever. So I was always a fan of Doowop, and the fact that he respected me enough to work with me and do, you know, and look at me as an equal and do a mixtape with me, that was a big deal for me or whatever. It would almost be like a singer doing a song with Michael Jackson or something, like, you know what I'm saying, or whoever the idol may have been at the time or whatever. So that was like one of my favorite, you know, mixtapes. It was called Bad Boys or whatever. If anybody listen to this, if you're ever on the computer, just Google DJ Thoro, Doowop, Bad Boys, hosted by Raekwon. That was a crazy mixtape or whatever. That did a lot for me. You know what I'm saying? I bought a Benz off that mixtape. You know, seriously, that mixtape was crazy. But now recently, my favorite mixtape right now is actually currently the Cassidy joint, the Mayhem Music. We just
Apply Pressure 3.
Which is Apply Pressure 3. We were just speaking on earlier. That's like my most recent one, and that's what I'm rocking with right now. And not to sound biased, but I like the mixtape because every time I do, I'm a student of the game. I'm a fan of everybody else too. Like, I love all DJs. I listen to the mixtapes. But like I said, a lot of DJs, they're not putting in the work with these mixtapes. They just talking over the tape and throwing it out. It's not even blended and mixed and nothing. Like, that's not a mixtape to me. So, I mean, that's what people do. But, you know, I just try to give people more for their money or just for their listening, you know, pleasure or whatever. I just try to do stuff different or whatever. So,
How did you link up initially?
I met Cass in '99. I knew Cass when he was the Boy B. That was because, you know, his name is Barry Reese. He wasn't with Cassidy on that. He was the boy B. And ironically, Swiss Beats Pops brought him to my house. And he was like, yo, I got this kid. I want you to put him on a mixtape. Which everyone should know. And if you don't know, now you know. I'm the first DJ to put Cassidy on a mixtape. Ever. You know? This is before Swiss, Rough Riders, J Records. This is before all that. So I've been rocking with Cass since day one or whatever. But Swiss Beats Pops TD, shout out to TD, he brought him to my crib. And he was basically like, yo, I got this young kid. I want you to help him out, you know. We signing him, you know, trying to get him out there. And the first song he did, he rhymed over Annie Up. He did a freestyle over Annie Up, MOP. MOP beat, which I still have to this day. Or whatever, so yeah. You bring back memories with these questions too.